with Viper Trading Systems. This video, we're going to talk about two different types of object types. Now, the very first one, if you're not familiar with the region, you do want to go back and watch it and watch it and watch it until you understand it, because the next one I'm going to talk about right here is called the auto region. And what I mean by auto region is that the auto region will draw and then keep drawing as the prices change. Show you what I'm talking about. We're going to go to auto region, close. We'll click it. Now this only tells it that I selected that object type right there. To activate it, I have to click inside the chart to make sure that Object Trader knows my cursor is inside this chart, and then I hit the insert key. Now the insert key, again, on your desktop type of a keyboard is above your delete key. On laptops, it's usually a function with like an INS for insert. And if you have any questions on that, you can usually Google it to find out your particular model number where the insert key is. Okay, now this is called an auto region. And the reason it's called an auto region is because it's going to draw every time a bar closes. Now you'll notice that it draws with the very last two bars. And it doesn't matter if I'm using like a 4-range chart or a 30-range chart, it's going to draw on the last two bars. See if this bar closes in, see how it draws on those last two bars right there. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and take a trade like outside that box, like with a touch, for instance, you know, this is, well, it's kind of trying to stair step a little bit. So let's say that you wanted to take a shot at a quick scalp type trade, maybe for like, let's say you wanted to do even like 8 ticks, for instance. You could actually tell it that you want to take that box long out, long enabled, if it breaks that box, and it'll fire the trade automatically because I've selected long enabled and I've got long outside my box. Now, if you don't understand this long outside and everything, be sure and go back to the video about the T and B buttons, because this is the powerful part of Object Trader that tells this box exactly what to do. This is an auto region close, and this particular trade, the way I've got it set right now, will fire if it takes out the top of that box by literally just 1 tick, because I've got it set at 0. See there how that does? Now that was a little quick, so it actually, you know, kind of popped it, but that's an auto region. What if I wanted to add one to it and simply, now I've got basically one on right here, but what if I wanted to add one to it and then go ahead and try to get maybe a little scalp, something like that right there, and put a nice tight stop on it just so I don't get on the wrong side of the trade. See how something like that can work for you? You can actually just box in and try to get some of these small scalps and everything and use your auto region close. Now we've got another tool on here called auto region tick. Now auto region tick, what it does is it just allows you to draw the box. Let me go ahead and kill this trade, and I'll show you the auto region tick. The auto region tick, same thing. You have to click the object type. You tell it then by inserting the key, and this is the size of the box right here. Notice that this is a 4-tick box. I can set this to anything I want, and as soon as a tick happens, it spreads the box. See, if I wanted like a 14-tick box, for instance, I could do just that. Now, the beauty of this little trade right here is, let's say, for instance, that you wanted to go ahead and take this trade if it bounced off this little swing, or if it went through the top of this. You can actually do that, but with a tick type movement, the box is going to continually move on you. So how do you take the trade? It's real simple. We have a feature on here called the tab, and it's a freeze key. So if I hit tab, the little box turns orange, and then I can even tell it, okay, I want to take a long at the bottom of the box and maybe a long outside the top of the box. And if you don't understand this, you go back and look at the T and B buttons video that I did. But this is called an auto region tick. It's frozen right now, so it will literally fire this trade wherever I want it. I could even move that box like that, readjust it like that, like maybe right around mid-band, and it'll fire that trade either way that that trade decides to go. And if I'm wrong, I could put a really tight stop on it because we are starting to stair step and we did double bottom. So, you know, that's one of those trades that you might want to look at very possibly taking. And if it does go out of that box, it will fire the trade, or if it touches the bottom of the box. And again, I can even control this in real time. Okay, so if I wanted that trade to bounce off that box, see how it did that just then? And all I did is went off the micro swings. Okay, so this is another powerful tool in Object Trader. The two that I just talked about were the auto region tick and the auto region close. The close one simply draws on the last two fully formed bars, and the auto tick will draw whatever size you want it to, and then you can freeze it. Now you can also freeze the other one too. The auto close, I'll show you how to do that. You just go to close, click your little insert key, and if I want to freeze that one, I can also freeze it, okay, so that I could even take it outside it even, same thing, just however I want to do the trade. Obviously we wouldn't want to do it way up here, but it will do it because I simply drew the box. Okay, so that's in a nutshell exactly how to use the auto region close and the auto region tick. And the next video I'm going to talk about the bar close trade, which is simply you click bar close and you tell it long or short. It's a very easy trade to do. There's other things that these can do. They can even do the auto trading, you know, where you just keep firing trades with them. And if you go to the auto trading video in this series, you'll see that. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks.